guys, you're watching Germangyan. My name is Nidhijain and guys, today we are up with a new video. So this video is very important and thoughtful, and of course it's a requested video. So in comments I have read that please ma'am tell me what are the perfect way or a shortcut to learn the verbs which carries sein and what are the verbs which carries haben. We decided why not to create a one video to guide you that what verbs follow sein and what verbs follow haben in the past tense. So make sure to watch this video because this is gonna be the super duper helpful and important video for you. And if you're watching me for the very first time, then my name is Nidhijain. I am a CEO and the founder of Germangyan. Germangyan provides you online and offline classes. We do provide teacher training program, exam preparation, brush up classes, like whatever you can think around German. Germangyan is a one-stop solution. So make sure to watch this video till end, subscribe the channel, and let's start.
Hello zusammen. In this video, we will tackle one of the most trickiest part of German grammar, means how to know which verb takes sein in the perfect tense. By the end of this video, you will not only understand the concept but also have strategies to master it. So let's start with the video. Now the question is, what are sein verbs? So the most verbs in perfect tense uses haben, but there are certain verbs which use sein. Now let me list out the main reasons a verb takes sein. The first is if your sentence shows change of state, also known as Zustandswechsel in German, uses sein at the second place. Means if your sentence is showing that there is a change of state, at that time use sein at the second place. Next point is change of place, means Ortswechsel. In this case, if your sentence shows that there is a change of place from position A to position B, at that time you have to use sein at the second place. And of course there are some exceptions. So example, the word bleiben, sein and passieren, they always take sein at the second place. For example, ich habe gegessen means I ate. In this case, I am using the verb haben. And another example, ich bin gegangen means I went. Now this time I am using the verb sein. Now let's understand why I have used haben and sein in different sentences. Now let's first understand what is Standwechsel and what is Ortswechsel. So Standwechsel means change of state. These verbs shows a transformation or a new condition. For example, the verb aufwachen means to wake up. Now example will be ich bin aufgewacht. In this example, I have used sein, the conjugation of sein at the second place. Next verb is sterben, means to die. Example will be ist gestorben. Another verb which shows change of state can be einschlafen, means to fall asleep. An example can be sie ist eingeschlafen. So these are the verbs which shows change of state. Of course there are more verbs, these are just the example. Now second is Ortswechsel, means change of place. These verbs involve movement from one place to another. Some example of the verb can be gehen, means to go. An example is ich bin gegangen. Second verb is fahren, means to drive or ride. Example is wir sind gefahren. And another verb can be fliegen, means to fly. Du bist geflogen. Now when you will recall these verbs, you will come to know that in first three verbs the change is in the state, and in next three verbs the change is in their places, means the persons are going from place A to place B. In short, if the verb describes moving somewhere or a transition in state, it often takes sein. But how can you remember them all? So let's find out. So, we suggest grouping similar verbs to make them easier to understand and remember. So, group 1 is paired opposites. In case of Ortswechsel means einsteigen means to board and aussteigen means to get off. So these two verbs take sein at the second place. Because using these verbs you are actually changing your position. And an example can be using einsteigen, ich bin eingestiegen. And using aussteigen, it is ich bin ausgestiegen. Another verb can be ankommen and abfahren. Ankommen means to arrive, abfahren means to depart. For example, der Zug ist angekommen oder der Zug ist abgefahren. So that's how you can make your group 1 using the verbs which are Ortswechsel and make their opposite pairs. Second group is related verbs in case of Standswechsel. For example, aufstehen means to stand up. An example is ich bin aufgestanden. Another verb is hinfallen means to fall down. An example is ist hingefallen. So that's how you can make two groups. Now there is one more group which is group number 3 and it is neutral exceptions. Means in this group you need to write down all the exceptions of the verb which takes sein at the second place. And the verbs are bleiben, sein and passieren. Bleiben means to stay. Example is wir sind geblieben. Sein means to be. An example is ich bin gewesen. Third is passieren means to happen. An example is es ist passiert. By categorizing verbs like this, you will see patterns emerge, making it easier to predict which verb takes sein. Practice these groups regularly to understand it more better. A quick memory hack for you is verbs which take sein often describe something happening to you or to the environment, while verbs taking haben usually describe actions you do intentionally. Apart from learning these tricks, let's see what all are the practical tips to learn these words. So the first one is read and observe. Highlight sein verbs in text and note their meanings because the more you read, the more you learn. Second is flashcards and practice sentences. Means create flashcard with verb pairs like einsteigen and aussteigen and then quiz yourself. Third tip is interactive exercises. Use apps or online tools to reinforce the concept through exercises. Means just practice as much exercises as you can so that you learn new verbs on daily basis. Now let me just recap what we have learned today. So today we have learned how to recognize which verb takes sein and which verb takes haben at the second place. So to know which verb takes sein, remember there will be a change of state or change of place in a sentence, and of course there will be some exceptional verbs. And apart from this, you can group these verbs in a way. For example, you can group words which shows change of state, then some other verbs which shows change of place, and then make a pair of them. For example, keep opposite verbs in a same group. Like this, you will be able to memorize it more fast. And of course, you can do one more thing. Just comment your favorite sein verbs in the comment section so that others can learn what all words are there which takes sein. And if you found this helpful, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more German grammar tips. Danke und bis bald!
So guys, I hope now your concept with Sein and Haben verbs are very much clear. Like these were the basic trick which I have followed and I have learned it while I was learning it. So yes, stay stay tuned for the next video and keep learning German with Germangyan. Take